Hello everybody, it's Christy from Beauty. Today, it is wash day. I think my hair has been up in a messy bun for like 3 days. So, I'm going to show you how to get some volume in your hair. This video is really helpful for anyone who struggles with having limp, flat hair. I'm gonna give you a couple of tips and tricks that gives you easy volume for voluminous Victoria's Secret looking shape. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so we are freshly showered. My hair is very fine, so I typically don't like to overdo it with product with my hair because I just have to wash it a lot more frequently. So what I have been really loving, especially in the summers of Charlotte, North Carolina, my first thing is the Day Day hair mist. And then I usually follow that with the Davines Love Smoother Serum. Love Hair Smoother, that's right. So the Day Day is a very gentle leave-in conditioner. It's good for detangling. Day Day actually stands for delicate. So for hair like mine, that's very fine textured, I don't have to worry about it weighing my hair down. The texture and like overall is just, it's very light. It doesn't weigh my hair down at all. The Love Hair Smoother is the Davines line specifically formulated for frizz, which my hair has no actual curl pattern, it just gradually expands. So I do struggle a little bit with frizziness, so this just kind of helps to smooth the cuticle down while not actually weighing it down. The consistency is kind of balmy, or I'm sorry, it's kind of wet. So a little bit goes a long way. You don't need a lot of this stuff. I would say for fine to thin, like thin fine hair, you probably need like maybe, I don't know, like a pea size. Thick and coarse hair, I would say like maybe a nickel size, because your hair is really gonna need that moisture. So I'm gonna start by just spraying this. And then, like I said, I don't need a ton of this, so literally just gonna add a pea size. And typically I just like to flip my head over and throw it on my ends just to make sure I'm not getting a whole lot on my roots. There we go. Next up, I'm going to just go through and blow dry my hair, like just do a quick little rough dry. And I'm gonna go through with the blow drying round brush, which I recommend using on pretty, mostly dry hair. And then we're gonna give ourselves some volume. So let's get started. So now we're gonna go in with our blow drying round brush. Oh my God, I don't know why, I just short circuited there. You don't have to have one of these. You can also use those little Velcro rollers. You can get them at Sally's or even on Amazon. Just rolling the same way, you may just have to hit it with a little bit of heat with your blow dryer and let it set for a minute. So my hair dries relatively straight, so I feel like I don't really need to do a whole lot with this bottom section here. So I'm going to be focusing most of my attention on the crown and around my face. So to get optimal volume, we call this over directing the hair. So we're gonna I'm gonna start with this section around my face, just so you can get the best view here. So I typically take this section, this is called the parietal. So it's about where your sides of your temple meet the top of your head. So kind of like in a U shape. And we just pull all of this forward like this. So, and I would highly recommend doing this, and even you can also use a large barrel curling iron to do this as well. There's a few different ways you can do it, but I would practice doing this motion before you actually have heat on. That way you can kind of get the idea of the range of motion that you're doing without potentially hurting yourself or your hair. So we go forward like this, and then we roll back. So you can see that this root area is lifted completely like vertical, which is what we want when we don't have volume. So now that we know that, and it should just pull out just like that. So now let's try that with some heat. Let this set for a second or two. You guys see how these kind of like curtain out like that, and I have a lot more height and a little bit more shape around this section of my hair. So now we're gonna go through and do the same thing, just do this whole top section of my head. Typically I go back through and do this top section one more time and let it just cool for a bit, and then spray it with a little bit of hairspray. Just to get a little bit extra volume. So, really easy fix for hair that is limp and fine. I'm going to finish with my Davines Workable Medium Hairspray. I don't feel like this hairspray is very sticky at all, which I really, really love. Just to kind of help give it a little bit of extra hold. Look, it's so good. This technique in particular works really well with a shaggier kind of bob, kind of like I have a shaggier lob right now. So these kind of cuts, also like really layered long cuts as well, just kind of helps to give a lot of extra body. Now I'm also going to go through with this dry texturizer spray from Davines. I typically hate clean hair on myself because it always falls like really flat, and I feel like I have a very egg-shaped head. So the texturizer kind of gives it a little tiny bit of grit. Oh, and it flips so well too. right, you guys, simple as that. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and maybe think about subscribing if you feel like it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.